RSA Insurance Group plc is a multinational general insurance company headquartered in London, United Kingdom. RSA operates in 28 countries and provides insurance products and services in more than 140 through a network of local partners. It has 17 million customers. RSA was formed by the merger of Sun Alliance and Royal Insurance in 1996. RSA is listed on the London Stock Exchange and is a constituent of the FTSE 100 index. History: RSA was formed following the merger of Sun Alliance and Royal Insurance in 1996. Sun Alliance was itself a product of the merger in 1959 of the Sun, which was founded in 1710, with the Alliance, which was founded in 1824 by Nathan Mayer Rothschild and Moses Montefiore. Sun Alliance went on to acquire London Assurance in 1965 and Phoenix Assurance in 1984. Royal Insurance was founded in 1845. It acquired Liverpool and London and Globe Insurance Company in 1919. The company formally changed its name from Royal and Sun Alliance Insurance Group plc to RSA Insurance Group on May 20, 2008. In March 2009, RSA announced plans for the shedding of 1,200 jobs from its UK operations, a reduction of around 15%. On February 4, it was announced that Stephen Hester, former CEO of RBS Group, would become CEO of RSA with immediate effect. Operations: RSA operates in 30 countries and provides insurance products and services in more than 140 through a global network of local partners. It has over 17 customers around the world. RSA is the second largest general insurer in the United Kingdom. Its global headquarters are in the City of London on 20 Fenchurch Street, occupying floors 14 to 17 of the Walkie Talkie building. Its UK registered office is in St Mark's Court, Horsham. Other key UK offices are located in Liverpool, Bristol, Manchester, Chelmsford, Glasgow, Cardiff, Sunderland, Belfast, Peterborough, Halifax, and Birmingham. RSA, including its MoreTHN brand, announced itself to be the first carbon-neutral insurance company in the UK on December 2, 2006. RSA owns the More Than Direct car, home, pet and travel insurance brand in the United Kingdom, recognised widely for its former Lucky the Dog advertisements and its More ISA campaign. MoreTHN also sells van, business car, shops and offices and business insurance through its More Than Business operation. Offices: controversies, asbestos liabilities. In January 2002, Royal and Sun Alliance became involved in litigation over claims for injury arising from asbestosis among workers in Clyde shipyards. The workers alleged that between 1972 and 1977 R&SA had issued insurance certificates to asbestos manufacturer Turner and Newall but excluded cover for asbestosis, in breach of the Employers' Liability Act 1969. R&SA responded that asbestos-related injury was excluded from the policy because it was a risk the company was not willing to underwrite, that Turner and Newall was instead self-insured against asbestosis and should therefore be responsible for any compensation. In February 2002, R&SA set aside £384 a million to double its reserves available for asbestos claims which, combined with claims of £215 a million arising from the 11 September attacks, wiped out its 2001 profits. R&SA put up 7 of its subsidiaries for sale in an attempt to raise a further £800 a million to cover liabilities for asbestos insurance claims in the United States. Friends Ivory and Syme subsequently acquired R&SA's UK asset management subsidiary in May 2002 for £240 a million. The situation was further compounded by R&SA having to reserve £1.2 billion against liabilities for guaranteed annuities, the product which caused the collapse of Equitable Life, and was also facing a fine from the Financial Services Authority for failure to meet the deadline in the pension mis-selling review. 2 months later, Friends Provident acquired R&SA's offshore life unit International Financial Services Limited, based on the Isle of Man, for £133 a million. In July 2002, R&SA sold its group risk business to Canada Life for £60 a million. R&SA was forced to close its life business, with the loss of 1,200 jobs, in August 2002. In November 2002, Turner and Newall launched a suit against R&SA on behalf of former employees who had suffered asbestos-related disease, claiming that the insurer was liable because it provided employer liability policies to the engineering firm. In an effort to reduce costs, R&SA chairman Sir Patrick Gillams said it would sell its U.S. business RSUI and float most of its Asia-Pacific operations, bringing total job losses in the UK to 4,000. The case was heard at the High Court of Justice in January 2003. R&SA argued that a policy clause which excluded cover for pneumoconiosis also excluded other asbestos-related disease such as asbestosis and peritoneal mesothelioma. Colin Edelman QC, representing T&N, told Mr. Justice Lawrence Collins that the defence which R&SA had the temerity to put forward was just ridiculous, and that the insurer was trying to wriggle out of its liability. On May 9, 2003, the court ruled that R&SA was liable for the compensation claims. In September 2003, R&SA cut 1,000 jobs in the UK and asked shareholders for £960 a million to cover further asbestos claims. Inflated repair costs. In September 2011, Judge Platt of the Romford County Court in his judgment attacked the method in which RSA recovered their costs by putting a subsidiary within the motor claims process to inflate profits. Several insurers are now refusing to pay RSA's requests for payment without sight of the original invoice. On June 15, 2012, RSA Insurance was successful in a High Court ruling with the boss of Adrian Brown stating the ruling meant its practices have been deemed legal and its stance vindicated. Within hours, Allianz Insurance lodged an appeal with two main principles at the heart of the preliminary conclusions which they disagree and could increase claim costs, the first being that the loss in a case would be the reasonable cost of repair rather than what was paid. Secondly, the reasonable cost of repairs would be determined by what an individual would pay if arranged personally rather by an insurer. The issue being that a number of insurers have agreements where they pay lower amounts than the consumers, which this new decision could lead to increase in costs. Since then, RSA has started to make bilateral agreements, the first announced on June 29, 2012 with Cooperative Insurance. Hillsborough disaster. The Royal Sun Alliance Insurance Company refused to waive its entitlement to privilege, thus denying the Hillsborough Independent Panel access to its material. Strenuous efforts were made to persuade the company to allow the panel confidential access to the relevant material, but it maintained its refusal. See also: List of companies based in London, references. Further reading: Dixon, PGM. The Sun Insurance Office, 1710 1960, The History of 2.5 Centuries of British Insurance. External links: RSA Insurance Group.